Y'all make me feel so special. I'm telling y'all, y'all haven't signed up with my musician. Where I put these? Put these somewhere. Okay.
All right, so Erica, I feel like you're kind of like me in the sense that, and it's something I really appreciate about you. Not everyone's like this, but you seem like the kind of person who just like goes for it and goes all in, and you're like, I'm gonna figure it out. And you have enough faith and confidence that you're like, I'm just gonna try something new. And you know, we'll kind of fall forward into it. So
Definitely.
I mean, this is like our first ever showcase that we kind of hosted live, and there's no one else that I can imagine doing this with than you, Erica. So thank you for coming here to share your new song with the world from the headquarters.
Absolutely.
And so for context, yes, this is like a artist showcase. So this is a new platform where we basically are just gonna have a conversation and talk a little bit about you and your music, what inspired your story, and especially your new song, 12 Years.
Let's go.
That just came out today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Excited. Yeah, that song is, it's a lot behind that song. We'll get to it. Yeah.
Awesome. So, I mean, maybe to start out, you could share a little bit about what inspired you to start making music in the first place. And what was that moment for you when you decided, like, you know, maybe this is more than just something I do for fun, but this is actually like my life?
My original, I think, start in music, my cousin had Fruity Loops on our old like desktop computer when we still had dial-up. I'm that old where I know.
And not Fruit Loops like the cereal.
Not Fruit Loops. Fruity Loops like not Pro Tools, what is it, FL Studios. And he was just making beats, and I remember I rapped my first rap. I still remember that rap to this day. Ask me why or how, I don't know, but I still remember it. And that was like my first introduction into music. But whenever I realized, oh, this is something that's serious, is I was at like youth group, and we had these like talent shows and stuff to kind of keep us engaged and involved. And the first time I performed, everybody started crying. And I was like, whoa, I was not expecting so many people to like have this many emotions. And I think that was a real thing for me.
And that could either be like a really good thing or really bad thing.
Absolutely.
If they all started crying
the
first time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely like I don't know, like a shocker at first. Like at first it was like, dang, am I doing something like wrong? Is everybody okay? And then after I started getting feedback and just kind of experiencing how people were experiencing me, it started to kind of click with me like, oh, maybe I got something here. Yeah. So it was like, I guess I've been writing emotional songs or music that really does speak to the soul for quite some time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was my emotional feeling the first time that I listened to one of your songs. I think it was on Instagram. I remember feeling it, and I was like alone by myself in a room. So
it's usually how it gets you.
It's like, whoa.
It's like, whoa, this is intrusive right now. Yeah.
Real quick, I'm just pretty sure it might be my phone that's actually like hearing a little bit of echo.
Yeah, let me drop the link to give me my phone. Let me drop the link to have them join.
I just heard a little bit of feedback echo, so
You want your camera on your pocket?
we're good. Yeah, that's all good as long as there's not like a audio feedback. But actually, it's muted, so we're all good.
I'm about to put this on Instagram to tell the folks to join. Cool. The link went out, so make sure.
I'm guessing
that they have.
Yeah, I guess they don't if they're not seeing it. So yes, I mean this is actually happening across all the platforms, and we're hosting it here in like a Zoom video.
Yeah,
so that we can see all the beautiful faces of people that come in here.
Yeah, and if y'all want to just come and say hey to me, y'all can hop in the Zoom. So I'll send that link, and I'm gonna have you send it though.
Yeah, could you grab do you have the invite link to the Zoom meeting? You see at the bottom right there.
Okay.
I mean, we can.
We got a million.
Yeah, that's no biggie because
yeah,
that's not
no biggie. I just wanted to see people's faces, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, I was talking to them over there. Yeah, I mean, here's what we could, do you want me to grab you the link so you can send it to folks?
Yeah,
Yeah, let me go do that for you quick.
yeah. So if y'all wanna hop on the Zoom, I would love to see y'all on the Zoom so I can see y'all faces. If you wanna stop in and say hi, if those of you all who have applied to the contest, we definitely are getting some, announcements or who the winners are, so I'm excited, I'm gonna share it with y'all real quick. All right, thank you.
You got it. Yeah, there's something special about sharing space together, like being together in one
Yeah.
room. And it's very cool that we can do this and share it across the world. But it is really cool when like someone's there with you in the space. So again, like charting new territory.
Listen,
This
I'm
is
all
like
for it.
we're
Once my fans know I be doing all kinds of stuff. Alright. Back to it.
yeah, so we were talking about your music, and your first one of the first responses you had was people crying when you first performed it. I'm curious what you think the world. I mean, right now is like a very like polarizing time
Yeah,
in America,
Yeah.
across the world,
definitely.
and also like social media has kind of brought us closer in a lot of
Yeah.
ways, but also made us feel like sometimes like our mental health is sort of affected by that. So I'm curious just to hear your perspective around the role of music and your music in particular. Like, what's like your biggest hope that impact that'll make?
My music is the thing that helps people to feel less lonely. When I think about the intention around
What was days I said?
why I write what I write, or
Oh
when
no. Days I
I
said that we're working out on.
said you wish that you had the words to say, someone else understands you, and being able to use music to articulate people's pain, I think is I think a space that a lot of people, I don't know, don't dare to travel in the music industry, because sometimes when I think about like my approach, I've oftentimes been told if you make music that was a little bit more lighthearted, if you were like a little bit more fun.
Oh God. We should have went to her live.
Or you can
I mean
do
her
more.
Zoom. Yeah.
I think for me, what matters the most is when somebody listens to my music, I want them to feel seen. I want them to feel like someone understands the things that you are going through in silence. And for me, that was like the decision to say, I'm gonna continue to write from the soul versus just writing things that don't really have any meaning. And I think because I went through my own like mental health journey, that was the thing that really helped me to pull me out of the trenches. So my music, unfortunately, it was not for everyone else. It was for me. And just as a byproduct of me using my art to like heal myself, I think other people experience that in the process. Hopefully that answers the question. I was trying to stay focused.
That's powerful. So isn't it so interesting when you stopped thinking about or caring about trying to be someone else, and you actually just like let you be you? That's when the magic happened.
Yeah, and it's very difficult a lot of times in the music industry because you see something that's working, and a lot of times the music industry talks about these formulas and these different things that you kind of like repeat because it has worked for one person. And so you try to emulate what that one person has done in order to try to recreate, I guess, the same success. And for me, it just has not been the case. Like I have had to blaze my own trail. I have had to figure things out in a way that works for me, and a big part of that was me figuring out who I was as a person and as an artist, to figure out how am I going to leave my print on the world. Yeah. You always look at me like,
I love it. Also, we are here live on Zoom.
What's up? Hey,
man?
Melissa, I loved your video, by the way. Oh my God, so touching. So touching. Renee, what's up? Jeremiah, iPhone.
Everyone put their
Armin.
videos on if they can. Yeah, we would love to see
if
your
you
face.
can flip your video, y'all know how I am. Like, I want to see y'all faces, if possible.
One sec, I'll give them permissions.
There, tell them they can try now. I think they can.
All right, you can turn your cameras off, but your sound can't come on, all right? 'Cause some of y'all backgrounds be loud.
I blocked my everything. Wow, look at that.
It's so good to see y'all. First of all, the ones who did submit a video, I know how vulnerable and like probably uncomfortable it is to be on camera and put yourself out like that. So I just want to say thank you. I literally looked at every single video. Hey Kendra, hey Miss Jones, what's up Alexis, Deanne, am I saying that right? Renee, Ashley, Jesse, what's up? Elizabeth, like y'all are amazing. But yeah, I went through all of the videos. It was very, very difficult to process through them and choose a winner. But the winner, hopefully they're on here. I don't know, they might be on Instagram live too. I don't know, wherever they are, hopefully they show up on the Zoom. So I'm all ears. We're talking about life.
We were talking about music and kind of the well that it came from, and you know, I know for tonight for the showcase, you chose 3 of your songs.
Yeah.
One of them is a brand new song that just
Yeah.
came out today
Yes.
for 12 years, but 2 of them are also 2 of your favorite songs.
Yeah.
So maybe we can talk a little bit about the first one and what
Okay.
inspired that, and we can actually listen to it together.
Definitely. So I think the first one on the deck is Do It Anyway. This one, what do you want to know about it, I guess, before I jump into it?
Let's start with what inspired you to write.
Oh man, so Do It Anyway was one of those like moments where I found myself having to encourage myself. Like as I'm full-time in music, and as an entrepreneur, as a creative entrepreneur specifically, it is not easy, just in entrepreneurship in general. And then as a creative entrepreneur, sometimes I have felt like in between the space of compromising my art in order to like make money. And the challenge of trying to stay authentic and true to myself, despite like, you know, you gotta pay rent, you gotta do all these things. And sometimes I would get tired and just discouraged because there would be like this duality that was kind of happening where it's like, all right, you know what you can do to go over here and make money, or you can stay true to who you are, stay faithful to the process and to the journey. And for me, I kept saying, well, you just have to do it anyway. Like you have to show up when they say that you can't do it this way. You have to show up when it doesn't look like you're getting money off of this. Like you have to do it anyway because it's who you are. And that was the thing that would allow me to wake up every day. And before you know it, the compound effect happened. Like I went from having, I think, 30,000 followers maybe. And at that time, 30,000 was great. Like, don't get it twisted. That was amazing. But then within 1 year, I grew by like 500,000 followers. And it was just like, wow, this is crazy to see like what people didn't see behind the scenes was consistency and discipline and choosing to do it anyway, regardless to whether I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or I was uncertain or I did it alone, I did it scared. I just did it because I felt like this was what I was supposed to be doing. And it paid off.
Well, let's listen to the song.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's get it.
You know, like, sometimes you just gotta stop caring about, like, what everybody else think and just live your life, you know? Look, if you ain't failed a couple times, you ain't ready for this. I don't crumble under pressure, I go heavy with this. Driving straight to the hole, I don't need no assist. If all I got is one shot, you know I ain't gon' miss. I never take a hater serious, I'm petty with this. Never been the type to fall down, straddle the fence. And yeah, I might lose it all, I get it right back quick. I'm like a walking casino, cause I'ma take that risk. I ain't scared of nothing but the old version of me. I'm fired up, boy, I love the cold version of me. I love the way I took the pain and now it's working for me. I'm coming back for everything that was taken from me. Hey, what you thought this was? I'm like the little engine that could. They love my drive, they just wanna know what's under the hood. I wish you would try to stop me, you gon' get what you deserve. I'll show you how to take it from the bottom to the first, yeah. I know they try to say you can't, but do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you failed a couple times, but that's alright. I don't care what people think, do it anyway. I know they try to say you can't, do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, juice with an extra side of sauce. Boy, I been had ragu. Baby, I got so much flavor in the pain, it's a seasoning. Promise I'ma get it, it don't matter the season. I do it any day, every day. I'ma get it in every way. No, they try to say that I can't, but I still do it anyway. I don't care what they're gonna say, I don't care what they're gonna think. When you out here chasing dreams, you don't care if people sleep. Wake them up when I speak, it's just a matter of time. Getting everything for me, it's just a matter of mine. I got audacity and confidence, a deadly combination. Yeah, I hear them talking, I just call it admiration. I know they try to say you can't, but do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you felt a couple times, so that's alright. Won't care what people think, do it anyway. I know they try to say you can't, do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you felt a couple times, so that's alright. Won't care what people think, do it anyway. I do it anyway. I do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. No, they try to say you can't, do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you felt a couple times, but that's alright. We don't care about what they say, do it anyway.
That is literally my heart on the MP3. Yeah,
Oh, I felt that. Wow.
yeah, that is literally my heart.
Mm.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
I mean, the part that I am most intrigued by is where you learned your.
My little dance. I don't remember. I feel like that's a TikTok dance that I kind of am doing very poorly. So yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Got
Or I can just point it as my own. It's fine.
Mm.
But I can't dance worth a lick. So
it. Mm.
I want to. I want to be able to, like. I feel like if I could dance, if I could sing and rap at the same time, it would be over. Like Beyonce probably would not have a career.
That just wouldn't be fair.
I'm just saying, right? She would not have. Now all of my Beehive people don't come for me. I'm just saying.
Mm. So what do you say is like the biggest thing that you hope people take away from that song when they listen to it?
Do it anyway. I think it's very affirmational. I think it's very simple when they say you can't do it anyway. When you feel tired, do it anyway. When you feel discouraged, do it anyway. Like if it's one of those things that you know that it's honoring to who you are as a person, like this is something that will make you happy, something that will bring you joy, or something that will elevate your life, do it anyway. And don't wait for permission for other people or external things. Like you give yourself permission to show up for you the way that you wait for someone else and hope for someone else to show up for yourself. Do it for yourself and do it regardless of the odds. Because a lot of times we look at the odds and we will allow those things to inhibit us from growing. But what did Will Smith say? It's like the on the other side of the thing you fear is what the thing that you've always wanted. I messed that up completely. But something like that. He said it way better, where it's like, you know, the thing that you want the most is oftentimes on the other side of the thing that you fear the most.
Oh, I love that sentiment. It reminds me of Joseph Campbell. I think said something similar with like your greatest treasure is inside the cave of your darkest fears and deepest fears.
I'm trying to tell you, it's deep. That's real.
So we got two more songs. Tell me a little bit about the second one that you chose and what inspired this one.
All right, so Better is it's not my diabolical laugh because I feel like Pinky in the Brain, I'm gonna take over the world with that song because I'm not gonna lie, like that song, I was really hurt. Like I went through a separation with my community at the church because just my sexuality and stuff, and that really hurt me at that time. And instead of like, I found myself just really feeling powerless in my own pain. I found myself feeling like I was so angry. And one day I woke up and I was like, I keep waking up hurt. I keep waking up mad and upset, and it ain't doing nothing for me. And it also is not like hurting the other people. Like I'm looking at these people, they living their lives. You know what I mean? And for me, I was finding myself still stuck in that same bitterness and pain. And so I decided to say like, the best revenge that I can get is to get better. The best revenge, and at that time it was from a place of revenge. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not there anymore. But it was definitely like the best revenge that you can get on somebody is to level your life up. And instead of getting bitter, I chose to get better. And it was more of a declaration to me to say, I'm not gonna give my power anymore to anyone else. And what I mean by that is allowing other people's actions to dictate my emotions. I have control of my emotions and how I react to people. Obviously, that's easier said than done, because when people start being people, humans start humaning, they bring out my human, and my human is not always the nicest. I know, probably hard to believe, but yeah. So better was written as a declaration to say, I'm going to maintain my own peace and create boundaries around things, people, and opportunities that try to impede on that peace. So better was made, and it was very aggressive because I was very upset and very angry, and I was kind of screaming at the microphone, but it worked. So why you give me the side eye? It was kind of like, she's a little crazy.
No, that totally makes sense. While it is like difficult for me to imagine like a really angry, like I see you as like a light.
Yeah.
I think that you're shining so brightly and you're so authentic that it is. But I also know, you know, everyone's human. And everyone has
and you know what the truth is with that is like sometimes the biggest lights can shine so bright because, and this is not gonna be said right, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's like I know what darkness looks like. I know what darkness looks like, and so because of that, I choose to show up in a way that I think people, because of the darkness that I went through, I can't help but shine. Because I won't allow myself to be succumbed by the darkness. It's just not, I don't believe that's who I am. So when you say you see the light, I think you see the true me. Like, I think that you see, I think the purest of me, but yeah, I definitely have some dark times for sure. And I think that the beautiful part about art and being an artist is I know how to take dark times and create light with them and give people hope through dark times. So yeah. It's very deep. I felt like I need to write a sermon.
Yeah, someone should be like recording this. For this analogy of like a slingshot, where like our darkness or our trauma or those things we've been through, it's kind of like it's like a slingshot. It pulls back, it takes a lot of energy, but man, like when you let go, it really creates this like slingshot effect.
Yes. Plus it did a lot of character development too. Like I wasn't always perfect, you know what I mean? Like I didn't always have the right emotional responses and reactions. And so some of those dark times taught me about myself and how to grow. And like, I was in certain dark places because of my own choices and my own decisions, you know? And so being accountable to myself too, but we can do that all day. We can talk about that all day.
Yeah, let's listen to the song.
Okay, cool. That's my.
Yeah. You know. Hey, this the last time I let somebody steal my peace. If you ain't adding to the plate, shawty, you can't eat. Don't be acting like you know me, bruh. We don't speak. A lot of people come and go, but it won't be me. You can't break me. I just take control of the environment and get them worked up, and then I put them in retirement. I won't lose sleep if you don't have my back, but don't you try to front on me, cause you can't take that back. I'm still God's shot, regardless if they like it or not. I've been busting out the seams, I don't fit in they box. Cutting people out the picture, yeah, you might get cropped. And I don't carry dead weight, so you gon' get dropped. Bringing it back to perspective, I've been so reflective. Had to guard my energy and now I'm so protective. I don't waste time trying to prove myself. I can't please you so much that I lose myself. I think it's way past time I remove myself. I done tried everything, it's time to choose myself. And I don't need your cosign. God did it when he threw another lifeline. Yeah, you know it's my time. I don't get bitter, I just get better. I let people come and go like the weather. Don't sweat them, I don't even weigh my energy. I just cut them off from the team. And they be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. They be mad I'm making moves. All up in their feelings like, I don't get bitter, I just get better and I make moves. Hey, this the last time I ever dim my light to make you feel better. People try to silence you when they know they ain't on your level. I've been at the point, I don't fight, I just just walk away. Rather keep my peace and try to beg somebody else to stay. I used to fear abandonment. Circles stay big and insecurities were evident. Everybody talking, but they don't address the elephant. Read the room, shawty, nothing that you say is relevant. You talking with no evidence. I don't get bitter about it, I just made better boundaries. People think you owe them something, I don't want them chosen around me. I got 2 modes, that's safety and fire. When I'm triggered, I just load it up and I aim higher. When you take L after L after L, every time you learn something. Every bridge is not for you, sometimes you gotta burn some. I don't talk back, I take names. And watch how they get mad when you change, then they quick to shift the blame, yeah. And you a itty bitty crab in a bucket, yeah. The only time you see success is when you lucky, yeah. You think somebody owe you something just for nothing, yeah. And you the one that love to talk when you be bluffing, yeah. All I ever wanted was to focus on my own lane. People love to talk, but they don't ever run their own race. I've been taking off cause I've been focused on my own pace. People come and go and I just hit them with that okay. I don't get bitter, I just get better. I let people come and go like the weather. Don't sweat them, I don't even weigh my energy. I just cut them off from the team. And they be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. They be mad I'm making moves. All up in their feelings like, I don't get bitter, I just get better and I make moves.
You.
Let's go.
I love y'all, man.
This is so cool. It's so cool seeing everyone's face up here and seeing all you sing along and dancing.
It's family here.
Charles, Jesse, Candace.
It's big
Ezra.
MF Nala.
There's someone in the chat who's saying like this is my family, like we're all one.
That was them cheering for you guys.
Oh, hey.
There's like an earthquake that just happened.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Cool. Well, Erica, this is maybe the moment that we've all been waiting for. So you've got a brand new song out today. Can you tell us a little bit about that song and the storyline?
Yeah, so I dropped 12 years. There's so much behind this. I'm gonna try to keep it concise. 12 years represents a transitional, I think, moment in my own journey where I look back over my life and I really was depressed for about 12 years. And navigating depression for that long, you kind of are conditioned to like just be in a negative space, I guess. Like it's like you fight, but then you get back into these negative lows and you go to these highs for a second, you go back to these lows. And that was for about 12 years of my life. And as I started my healing journey and my wellness journey, I started to understand that like I had been waiting for someone else to help me to heal. And throughout all of this, all of the people that I encountered, because don't get it twisted, I couldn't do this by myself. At the lows that I was in, it did take the right people and the right community to come around me and love on me and support me. But the beautiful part about that community was they always pointed me back to myself. The people, I think that the best leaders, the best coaches, the best guides in life will always point you back to you. They will always empower you to show up for you. And 12 years was my revelation that said, dang, all that I am is everything that I need. The versions of me, these different versions of me, the dark version, I feel like, of me, the light version of me, the one that's funny and quirky, the one that's antisocial at times. All of these versions of me are necessary for my journey. And as I started to understand that, I was like, dang, I really have spent a lot of my life waiting for external validation to say like, you're good enough, that you can do it, you can show up like this, like you got it, right? And sometimes, don't get me wrong, that external validation, it does feel good, right? Like it does sometimes give you that motivation, but the motivation will only last as long as you have that within you. So if you don't have much of self-belief within who you are, you're not gonna be able to move past certain limitations in your life that you may experience. And so 12 years was me coming to terms with realizing like, okay, the reason why I was depressed for 12 years, I think I was trying, and some of it, I'm not talking about like more of the like hormonal things and psychological, I'm not talking about hormonal imbalances and things like that. but I'm more so talking from the space of my mindset that was keeping me down in such a negative place. It was because I lacked a lot of self-belief. I didn't have the right self-belief about who I was. And so this one is really recognizing the God in me. I truly believe that we all people, we have a divine nature in us. Like we are truly just the things when you think about what humanity does when we create things like that is, I think, representative of God. And so 12 years is me saying like the God version of me has kind of showed up on the scene, like the version of me that understands that I'm not perfect, I don't got it all together, but I know that everything that I need to prosper is already within me, and it's just a matter of unlocking it. So, 12 years. I feel like every time it's like,
Well, you need to stop saying such insightful things. Everything is like, I'm rewriting this down. Like a book somewhere. Let's listen to the song. And this is gonna be the first time that anyone's ever watched
Yes,
this
this
video.
video.
This is like it.
Yeah, I think
Real
this is the first time anybody's ever watched any of these videos. Yeah, nobody's ever seen any of these videos.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
excited.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 12 years of suppression, that's 12 years of depression. Nigga, that's 12 years of denying me, cause I'm afraid to feel your rejection. I bought religion and paid with my peace. Watching these Christians, they still can't get free. Searching for answers, been searching for me. I bought the lie and it came with a fee. That's about 12 years of running, 12 years of lying, 12 years of fear, 12 years of hiding, 12 years of hate, 12 years in chains. Nigga, that's 12 years a slave. I put my faith in someone else before I put faith in myself. Been waiting for me to get free. Didn't know I was waiting on me. All that I am is all that I need. Praying to God, He answer with me. Searching for hope, she planted a seed. Yeah, she planted in me. All that I am is all that I need. All that I am is all that I need. Yeah. Who told me that I didn't matter cause they didn't love me the way that I needed? Who told me that God couldn't use me with all of these scars and with all of my bleeding? I am the potion of remedy. That's why they can never get rid of me. I treated myself like the enemy, cause I struggle with loving the inner me. It took about 12 years of running, 12 years of hiding, 12 years of fear, 12 years of lying, 12 years of hate, 12 years in chains. Nigga, that's 12 years a slave. They said religion was for the weak, made for those who never seek. Finding the truth was finding me, and finding the truth is finding me. All that I am is all that I need. Praying to God, He answer with me. Searching for hope, she planted a seed. Yeah, she planted in me. All that I am is all that I need. Yeah, all that I am is all that I need. Yeah, all that I am is all that I need. Praying to God, He answer with me. Searching for hope, she planted a seed. Yeah, she planted in me. All that I am is all that I need. All that I am is all that I need. Yeah, yeah.
Yanni, you just great job, Yanni. Man, family, y'all like that song? Y'all messing with that song heavy? It is a transitional song for me, for sure. Yeah, it's a transitional song, and I think my hope is for you all, is that like dark times will come, but they're not always, right? Like, and my hope for y'all is that as you listen to my music, I think that most of you all may have found me in a very dark place. A lot of y'all, from what I've seen on the videos and things like that. And I hope that my music will continue to be a catalyst that pulls you out of that, to let you know that you are not defined by the things that you have been through, that joy is accessible, that joy is possible and joy is available to you. And that you are worthy of joy. You're worthy of the good things in life. And sometimes it just requires us to have mindset shifts and to level up a little bit, you know? So that's my sermon. And that's it.
Oh, I felt that.
Yeah. Feel like it's just a moment of silence.
What I am.
Mhm. That can speak volumes, and I think I can only speak for me, but I think from what I have been through in life, I have definitely, like I said, just looked for the answers everywhere else. And it's not to say that people and things cannot help and guide you along the way. But like I said, at the end of the day, I think what life has been teaching me, it has been leading me back to me. When I have challenges with someone, instead of looking at it like they did this and they did that, what life has been teaching me is, how can you grow from this moment? Where are you at in these spaces? But also just dealing with not just people, but challenges and adversity. And then on this other side, joy and love and life. And to take it from just surviving day to day to thriving. Like, don't you want to thrive? Like, not just survive. I think Nicki Minaj said, just to live doesn't mean you alive. Like, you're just trying to be out here living for real. And so, yeah, you got everything that you need to do that. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all kind of quiet now.
And it's out. It's out today on all the places where people listen to music.
Yeah.
And now they have the video with it too.
Yes.
And speaking of living life fully and living life in an immersive way, there's a segue in here somewhere.
Just add it in there.
So tell us a little bit about, so you have a giveaway that you're doing
Yes.
for an immersive experience. Can you
Yes.
talk a little bit about this whole
Yes.
process?
So as an independent artist, the beautiful thing about our status of being independent is we can be creative. We can kind of do whatever we want when we want, and we can curate these experiences. And because I feel like I have such a deep connection with my fans, I find it very difficult. Like, I'm also just over the top, but I find it very difficult to just offer a show. Like, yeah, I can give y'all a show. I can give you the band and all that kind of stuff, but I really want to like go on a journey with my fans, because I feel like the music already does that, right? Like, a lot of people, when they hear my music and when I'm watching the contest videos, I'm hearing the literal life-changing stories that are being told about where my music is meeting them in their journeys. And so I said, how can I create an experience where we kind of come into a world together, where the music is going to be the catalyst, but it's like, once we get into this space, it's like we experience an immersive journey of what it looks like to go through our wellness journey together, to go through the ups, the downs, what it feels like to explore yourself, find yourself, set boundaries, like really going through those emotions and feelings. And so the immersive experience is really just an experience where I wanted to invite people to my house. Well, it'll be this house that we're in now, but inviting them to this space and saying that, hey, I want y'all to, like, these songs, they come from a specific place, and I want y'all to walk on this journey. So we're actually set designing, or like, think about it like an art museum or an exhibit, where each room, it is being built for a specific song or a specific moment and journey that was in this wellness space. And I think it will resonate with my fans, because they said, like, songs like Do It Anyway, they said songs like Better, they all have kind of pull certain emotions that are similar from those songs. And so I want to take what those emotions were and put them in these different rooms and say, what does a room look like when you are kind of navigating self-doubt, or you're trying to figure out like how to trust yourself and set boundaries? And so we're going to actually decorate the rooms, and y'all can go into these rooms and experience I guess, visual aspect of what these songs and moments represent.
And if I remember right, there's sort of like a VIP level.
thank you
that
for that part.
involves them in your voice.
This is
and
why, this is
that.
why you're good at your job. You know, about that, yes. So the other part of this is not only will there be you guys being able to come in and have this experiential moment, but I also wanted to share the art, the music that connects all of us together. And so there will be a performance with the band and all of that, but then the VIP experience is where we come back to the house and we sit down and we have conversations, intimate conversations, really talking about what is the one thing that you really want to overcome. If you had to just sum it up, this is my thing. Like, if I can tackle this, like, boom, I'm good. And we want to turn that into a song. And I'm going to sit there in the studio with them and write this song that is tailored towards them. It's an affirmation type of song that will allow them to go home and listen to something in their ears that is specifically for them. Nobody else will have this version because it's going to have your name in it. And you'll be able to watch me create that piece of art right in front of you, and you can take it home.
Wow. That's like goosebumps. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
this is awesome.
definitely.
So I think the one kind of like caveat or catch is that, you know, with something like that, there's one of you and
Absolutely.
you have to unfortunately kind of limit it. So could you talk about the process? I want if they're like here right now and they're interested in learning more about the immersive experience.
Sure. So for the people who would be interested, I can only do like a maximum of 20 people. Just because it's a lot to put into these songs and to really be able to focus on each individual to capture their stories and their journeys. And so that is someone who is like, hey, I really want to have this experience. There is an application process. Y'all know when we do experiences, I want to make sure that this is the right fit for you, as well as making sure that I'm able to give you something that I feel like will truly serve you. So there is an application process that people will fill out. And once you fill out the application, it will kind of help you to decide whether this is the right fit for you or not. And then after that, you determine, hey, I want to make a deposit. This is how I want to move forward. This is something I want to do. Then I'll hop on the phone with them one-on-one to kind of go through the rest of the application process to get more of an understanding of what their journey has been, so that I can make sure I got the song together when they come.
Wow. Imagine being able to have your own song.
Yeah, yeah.
What an amazing experience.
It's crazy. And that's the part that, like, man, if I had my favorite artist that I could sit with and just make me a song, yeah, that would be a life-changing thing for me. And so I started thinking like, well, I'm somebody's favorite artist. I'll do it for them, you know? So that's the perspective I took.
Awesome. So if someone is like tuning into the live stream right now, or they're one of these beautiful people on Zoom, yeah, they're probably wondering like, you know, because it's also probably going to be, I don't know, open for a limited time because they're going to fill up pretty fast.
Yeah, typically when we do experiences like this, they sell out every time. It is the people who are, some of them are on here who know that y'all have been to some of the retreats that we've done, like they sell out fast. It is not something that, you know, it's a real experience. This is not something that like I just kind of throw out there lightly. When I say I do something, I do it with my whole heart. And so it's definitely limited seating or limited space in a limited time. So if they do want to apply, I think the link,
We probably have it.
It's somewhere.
If you click on the iMessage in the bottom, the little chat bubble,
yeah,
and look at Erica, I think it's the right there on the bottom, the one that says release party.
yeah, with my
Click
face on it.
Yeah. Then there's a little button that says apply today. So if you share either the link to this post, actually the link to the post is kind of cool.
Yeah, share
Yeah.
the link to the post. That'd be
So on the
dope.
top right, if you click on the, yeah, you got it.
And so you can go through that link. There is a general admission option as well as the VIP. The VIP is going to be the one that typically sells out, and I have to close it sooner than later, just because I have to write songs for everyone and have individual conversations. But then also, if y'all are on the lives, there are links in my bios, like if you're on Instagram Live or Facebook, there are links in my bio. You can also go to ericamasonmusic.com and the same link is right there. If you can't access like the link wherever you're streaming from, because we streaming from everywhere. So worst case scenario is ericamasonmusic.com, and you can go to that link and it's gonna take you to this exact link. Or you can click the links in my bio on like Instagram and Facebook, and it will also take you to that exact link.
Yay. Well, Erica, I just want to say thank you for sharing your light, and not just the light, but also the darkness that it kind of came out of. You know, I think that's often not easy to do. You know, usually it's easy to share like the bright side, but actually that soul that you're sharing is like what all these people here are feeling. That's what all of us feel. It's very inspiring.
Big love, guys.
Yeah. And I love your new song.
Thank you.
Really excited to hear some of the new songs that come out of these experiences as well.
Mhm.
And I will say too, just like hanging out here with like, this is an amazing group of people.
Yes.
This is the first time we've ever had like, we have a big screen here with all of your faces. And I'm like, we've got to do this
Yeah,
more
facts.
often. This is really cool.
Facts.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Any final words that you want to say to everyone before we wrap up?
The contest winner, I guess.
Oh, that's kind of important. Yeah, there's somebody literally just won. That's kind of an important one.
The contest winner.
It is.
Okay, so here's the thing. Honestly, Michael, I had a very hard time working with my team to figure out who the winner was. We narrowed it down to our like top 5 finalists. So I don't know. I gotta look. Can I see the people who are here? And if you're not on here and you're on like Instagram somewhere, I don't know what else to tell you because I'm trying to find your names. I see a few finalists here.
Yeah, is there like participants views at the bottom that you click
Yep.
on?
See,
There
okay.
we go, and like search, first
Okay.
letter.
Okay, so I kind of made a decision. The first thing I want to say is that everybody will walk away with something who applied. I think that it's important to honor like you guys because let me keep it a buck. Like my career is what it is because of you all. I feel like we do this, we've been in this together. We've been in this journey together. So for those who have applied, you will get an email. This email will have a code in it. This code will allow you to go onto my merchandise store and to get a customized item that is for you. More details to come on that. But the person, can I get 2? Can I get 2? Not 2 VIP.
Not
one
allowed.
VIP.
No, I'm just
Just
kidding. Yeah, of
1
course.
VIP and 1 general admission. Okay. Because there were actually 2 people that were neck and neck. And I'm looking, can I go back to the screen?
The
Let me
panels.
see. Yeah, the gallery. Yep. Yeah, I got 1. I got 2. Okay, I think, okay. All right, so drum roll please for number 2. This is the person that will get general admission, so you don't have to worry about the general admission ticket. You can still come to Orlando, experience everything. I just can't write your customs home unless you join the VIP. And that goes to yes, I'm here for it upstairs. Chantel Castle. Let me tell you. I listened to your video personally, and I was really touched by your vulnerability. I was truly, and for those of y'all who don't know who that is, her name is it's entitled Enamored Ink. She has her hands covering her face right now. I was truly inspired by your vulnerability, and your honesty and your transparency. I want you to know. I want you to know that I see you, and And I'm grateful for you for sharing your gift and your journey. I think that that's what I needed to see from you. I'll leave it at that. And I'm just very, very, very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that one. And then for our winner, can I go back to my thing? I gotta make sure she is here. Cause let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. I see. Can you go to slide number 2? I mean, yeah. Oh, okay. I see it. Drum roll. Can I get a drum roll, please? Melissa Brunson. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, the drum roll. Yeah, I am so grateful for your heart when I listen, and this is my first time ever knowing anything about you. And I appreciate the video. I mean, your screen was all sunburnt, like it was blurry, and I loved it. I loved every part of it because I knew that you just needed to get out what you had to get out and to share your story. And I was inspired by it. And I wanted to say that I would love for you to join us here in the VIP Immersive Experience, for you to walk away with a song that will truly empower you on your journey as you are navigating this season of your life. And I just want you to know that I see you 1,000%. I see all of y'all. You know, for those who didn't get the grand prizes, I hope you know that you are still a prize, and that for you all, just being vulnerable, being open and sharing. I'm looking at some of the names of the people who shared their stories. You didn't share your story in vain. If anything, you have inspired me to remind me to know that this is why I do what I do. And I want to continue to spread that love. So check your emails. Give me about 48 hours though, no cap. Give me about 48 hours. But check your emails, because I got something special that I think will help each of you all on your journey. And I love y'all.
All right. Well, before we officially wrap up for the night, can we all just give a big round of applause to Eric and Jordan? And the new song, 12 Years, is on all the platforms, so.
Yes, thank y'all for running the streams up. I mean, I woke up and I was like, whoa, 2,000 streams, okay, that's interesting. Oh, thank y'all for that, yeah, that's great. So thank you all. And thank y'all for joining the calls and just listening. All right, go ahead, Mike. I'm just taking a shot.
That was all I have.
I just took a shot.
Yeah, this has been very cool. It's been great connecting with all of you. It's been an honor to bring you onto stage here to share your story and your song with the world. So thank you for sharing your gift, and I'm looking forward to we're gonna be helping to design this immersive experience together.
Yes.
So it's gonna be an amazing thing.
It's gonna be great. I love y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.